Hello everyone. In today's video I'm going to talk to you about the importance of buying the coin and not buying the slab or the label in the slab. For those of you who don't know what I mean, coins can be certified. These two examples are from the top two grading companies globally, PCGS and NGC. What it means to have a coin certified, you'll send in a coin like this, not in a capsule. It'll just be a raw coin like this. You put it in a plastic flip, fill out an invoice and some paperwork, ship it off, and they'll ship back to you your coin encapsulated in a tamper-proof holder stating what the coin is, the condition assigned to it, as well as a barcode and a unique serial number. This is a very, very popular thing. More and more coins are being graded all the time. And actually, even modern bullion coins, such as this American Silver Eagle, are getting graded also. So very, very popular. I have some collectors that come in the shop that only want to buy certified coins. They don't want to buy, this would be called a raw Morgan silver dollar. They want to buy a certified example because the condition is indisputable, provided it's from one of these top two grading companies. More on that to come. So why is it important to get either NGC or PCGS coins? Well, I'm going to give you an example. And actually, I'm going to show you a gold coin that I've never ever seen before, nor had the pleasure to own. It's actually on loan right now from a customer. But this is going to be the first example on why it's so important that you buy the coin and not the slab. So this coin in particular, if you can see it there, it's a 1798 large eagle, large 8, $5 gold piece with 13 stars. This is a 1798, 225-year-old US gold coin in very, very nice condition. Here's the reverse. Show that off to you. Story behind this coin, the customer who owns this bought this at an auction, and it came in a slab. Now here's the information on the slab it came in. Now anybody can slab a coin. This particular grading company, Precise Grading Authenticators, doesn't hold any weight in the collecting industry. They're not nationally recognized. I would consider them a third tier party grading service. It's no better than if you were to go out and buy a bunch of these empty slab holders yourself, start your own grading company, and call it Jim's Grading Service or Fred's Grading Service or Susie's Grading Service or whatever. It doesn't hold any weight in the collecting industry, and I'll show you what I mean. So this particular coin here came in a capsule like this with these labels on it. They since have been taken out. But the customer brought it in and wanted to sell it to me. Mind you, it was in a capsule with these labels. Because I'd never heard of the grading company, I had two red flags right away. First red flag, is it even real? Because I don't have much experience looking at 225-year-old US gold coins. Let's be honest, not many people do. Second was, can I believe the condition assigned to this coin? Now this particular coin, graded by this third-party, third-tier grading service, was an MS62 plus. So what that means, if this coin here is actually an MS62 plus, it will wholesale on the gray sheet. Before you get too far, if you don't know what the gray sheet is, it's this magazine right here. It's a monthly newsletter. Most coin dealers use this as their, coin Bible, I guess. It's going to have a complete listing with updated prices on all United States issued coins and commemoratives. And there's some Chinese gold, I think, in the back here too, usually. But it's a very, very useful tool. And this gives you, as you can see here, the wholesale pricing report on the rare coin market since 1963. Wholesale, that's an important piece. So this kind of gives us an idea of what dealers can buy and sell to each other for. Sometimes the dealer is going to pay back of spot, or not back of spot, but back of bid. Let's just say in here, we'll look at a 1916 Walking Liberty half dollar. I don't know if you have a good TV that's clear, you can read this in G4 at wholesales for $40. So a dealer might be looking one for a client. Maybe they're offered to pay 90% of bid. What that means is they would pay 90% of the $40, so they'd offer $36 to source one for a client of theirs. and then once it retails, we mark it up. And every dealer is going to have different spreads, but for me, typically the retail markup is 10 to 20% on a collector coin from gray sheet. But getting back to this, on gray sheet, an MS62, not even an MS62 plus, but an MS62 of this coin would gray sheet for $36,000. Wow. An MS62 plus kind of implies, you know, like getting a CAC sticker on a coin, where it's the finest of the 62s or one of the better MS62s. So a lot of times those get priced midway between the 62 and the 63. Well, an MS63 in this coin is $64,000. Needless to say, I didn't want to touch this coin with a 10-foot pole until I knew it was real. So the customer asked if I would send it to NGC for them to get it certified by a reputable grading company. Well, that's where things got interesting. So I'm going to reveal this here. So after I sent this in, it came back at a much, much lower grade. It's AU details removed from jewelry versus an MS62 plus. The good news is this coin is 100% authentic. It's a beautiful coin, beautiful example. But what that does to the price versus what this label said the condition was, and mind you, that was between $36,000 and $64,000, an AU details coin is going to retail on gray sheet in AU condition between $15,000 and $19,000, or an extra fine condition, which is more likely because it did get the details grading. It didn't get a number assigned. It got details grading because it's been removed from jewelry. It's more likely to price like an extra fine. An extra fine is $10,500 to $12,400. So we went from a price range of value when it was in the slab with these labels of $36,000 to $64,000. Now we're down to $10,500 to $12,400. What a huge, huge difference. All because of the opinion of grade. But like I said, because this company isn't a reputable top-tier company, these grades assigned don't hold any weight to them. That's why it's important. If you're going to buy collector coins, I recommend top tier, which is PCGS, which is right here, this brand, or NGC. They're both top of the line. So that's just one example. Now that's on that gold collector coin. Set that down there so you can look at it. There's many other examples where the label will impact the value tremendously, and sometimes not all that much. Here's one where it doesn't impact it all that much. Now I have an American Silver Eagle here. It's certified by PCS Stamps and Coins as genuine burnished. Well, what does that mean? It doesn't even assign a number to it, and they won't. But because it's in a slab, it has the illusion that it's worth more. And honestly, these probably sold for quite a bit more than a traditional just raw Silver Eagle like this. So companies do this in order to maximize dollars they get for coins. But at the end of the day, this is just an ounce of silver. Being in this slab adds zero value to this coin because it's not a slab like this, where this one is an NGC certified mint state 69. So essentially these two coins here would retail for identical amounts of money. And in today's market, that's about $42 each, where the one certified MS69 would sell for a bit more. In my shop, I would sell that for $47. So minor differences, $5, but as you can see on that gold example, the number on the slab can make huge, huge differences. So another example I have are Morgan silver dollars. These two are both common date MS63, mint state 63 Morgan silver dollars. Now both of these coins on the wholesale sheets would be about $73 on the wholesale sheet. On the gray sheet out at 73 bucks. This one's an NGC. So yes, it gray sheets at 73 bucks. I'm retailing it for 78, okay? This one, because it's ICG graded and not one of the top two grading companies, PCGS or NGC, this one's gonna retail for 60 bucks. So you got 78 bucks, you got 60 bucks. If this was slabbed by NGC or PCGS as an MS63, it would be the same price, 78. But because it's from ICG, which is considered a tier 2 grading company, along with Annex, here's an Annex slab. Now these are both reputable companies, these two, ICG and Annex, but their items always sell for less because they have a tendency to sometimes overgrade. And if you were to try to cross over this coin, meaning send this coin in to NGC or PCGS, or this one, it probably would come back a slightly lower grade, which would diminish the value. So when I'm buying and selling these type of slabs from tier 2, I'm more apt to pay 1 or 2 grades less. So that's why this one's priced like a mint state 62, even though the slab says 63. And this one is 63, but it's NGC, so it's kind of indisputable. My last example of the disparity between slabbed coins are these two right here. So I have two 1922 peace dollars. Beautiful coins. As you can see, the one on the right is graded an MS63 by PCGS. It gray sheet wholesales for $45. I'm retailing it for $50. It's about a 10% markup, as I said earlier. The one beside it is graded by the Numis Trust Corporation, NTC. They even have it embossed in their slab here. They graded theirs an MS67. I'm selling it for $70. An MS67 in the gray sheet, 1922 peace dollar, books for $7,200. So this would retail for about $8,000 if it was in a PCGS or NGC holder and still certified an MS67. But because it's in kind of a bogus grading company slab, I eyeballed this to be a little bit better than this one. So I think this is about an MS64. So I priced it out as an MS64, which gray sheets for $62, retails for $70. But I'm selling this for $70. And if you come into the shop uneducated and you have your little book and you look up a 1922 peace dollar in MS67 and you see it books at $7,200, $70 is quite a steal. But don't get fooled, folks. These, like I said, you got to buy the coin inside and not the slab. Even with PCGS and NGC, because sometimes there's going to be some that'll look better for the grade. You really got to focus on the coin and not what's written on the label. Can't stress that enough. One more quick example on gold and how these companies kind of play tricks with people. This is a 1915 MS63 $5 gold Indian coin. Now, as I said before, ICG is like a tier 2 grading company. They've been around a while, they're respected, but their coins typically buy and sell for 1 to 2 grades lower than what's on the slab. If I flip this over, you can look at what that does to the retail price. The retail price in MS62 is $885. In MS63, it's $1,900. It's more than double. So do you find it coincidence that this lesser respected grading company slabbed this in MS63? This is one I'm actually going to send in and cross over into an NGC holder. And once I get the results back, I'll report back. If it stayed a 63, that's great, because now I have a $1,900 coin. But if it dropped to a 62, now I'm looking at $885, and MS61 would be even less, probably in the $600 range. So be sure to buy the coin and not the holder. I can't stress it enough for you collectors. So if you have any questions about that, or I didn't explain anything good enough, please be sure to leave a comment, and I'll clear all that clear all that up for you. I just wanted to focus on a few things I have down on here in the tray. Some new pickups. Let's see. Actually, a lot of this isn't new. It's just shop inventory that I hadn't really showcased on camera much lately. For some reason, I still have this piece. I've had so many people in the coin shop wanting to know about this piece. This is a really cool hand pour. It's 123 grams of 3/9 pure silver, so it's just under 4 ounces. But it's a super, super cool piece. For some reason, nobody's bought it yet, but I do have this available. These are 40 bucks an ounce, so you're looking at just under $160. I actually picked these up today from a customer. It's a 500 gram, which is a ½ kilogram, Geiger copper bar. Looks like it came from Apmex back in the day, but it's a 4/9 fine. Really cool piece. I wouldn't consider copper an investment metal, but it's fun to buy. It's fun to buy in coins because there's so many different designs. I think bars are cool too because they have nice heft and nice weight to them. But copper, as it sits today, when I checked last, was about $3.70 per pound. So not even per ounce, but per pound. So this weighs a little over a pound. So, you know, in my hand here, I have about $4 worth of copper. And it's still a cool piece. So anyway, I got some other things scattered down here. Got some foreign gold. Here's a hand pour from Merce Metals. I have one of these in my personal collection. It's a 3-ounce flag. Got some pieces from Reckless Metals. This came part of a hand poured grouping that I bought a while back. Serial number 8 on that one. Here's another Reckless Metals piece. Really nice artwork. They do a great job on these. Vintage silver prospector round. Very cool. Got some foreign gold here scattered around. And of course, I always like to put out a Bakken Bullion piece. These have been very, very popular. The lead pourer, essentially the only pourer for Bakken Bullion, is out in the fields farming this time of year. So how much Bakken Bullion is going to be produced in the short term, I couldn't tell you for sure, but supplies are starting to dwindle a little bit. So if that's something you're interested in, you want to get some, feel free to reach out because supplies are limited at the moment. So, but with that, I just want to educate you all on why you should be sure to buy the coin and not the slab. Can't stress it enough. It's so important for you collectors. You could really get in a difficult spot if you're buying and just assuming that the grade on the no-name slab is correct. You could really, really end up paying, especially in the instance of this gold coin, you could end up paying $40,000 too much. So it always pays to do due diligence. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I'm going to be doing that interview with my wholesaler soon, actually 2 days from now. We're going to be doing a Zoom call. So if you have any questions for a precious metal wholesaler, be sure to drop those down in the comments as well. I'll be sure to get those answered for you all. Please feel free to give this a like. If you're not already subscribed, please do. If you can share, even better. And if you have a comment or a question, leave it down below and I'll be sure to respond back if I can. But thank you all for sticking with us. We appreciate you all and have a great day.